YouTube, fellows, boys, and girls, it is Sunday night, and it has been a couple days since your boy has been back posting videos. I posted those 3 videos that day, and they've done pretty well, and I've gotten some comments on the videos, and I still need to make a video after this one talking about, how I find my high time frame bias, and don't worry for the person who commented that. I got you. I will fully explain that. But right now, as I said, it's Sunday night, so um, and it is what? It is 11:26. So I got plenty of time to make these videos and to go over the weekly outlook. I'm sure you guys have seen other people on YouTube already or some sort of short or reel talking about this week. Um, but I just want to go ahead and say this because this is what I think. Um, the beginning of 2025, when I mean, at this point, I'd already been trading for a couple months, but when I really understood trading, I entered the markets at a really, really rough time. For anyone who remembers the beginning of 2025, we were very, very, very bearish for the first couple months starting out, and I wanted to go over the charts with you guys today, or should I say tonight? Okay, we look good. Boom. Um, I'm just gonna scale up to the monthly already. Obviously, I'm gonna go over this and what I'm talking about right now from 2025, the start of it, and what we can potentially see going into 2026. But as we see, so we're on the monthly right now. This was the beginning of 2025 right here. So 2024 ends, boom, December, and next thing you know, we're in 2025. What do we do for this? For these, I mean, for this month and the basically the majority of this of the first how many months? Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, basically it's only these 2 months right here. But what do? We have this low. Is this a yeah? That's a bullish candle. This low, this low. We have boom, relatively equal lows on um, the monthly time frame. So what are we looking to do on the very high time frame? Take out all of these lows. When I tell you these markets were way before macro even was close to being, you know, available for us as traders, because back then I was following, every rule to a T. But as grow in these markets, you adapt to what's going on. So obviously, I don't wait exactly till 9:50 to trade anymore. Back then, I used to trade exactly at 9:50. If it wasn't there, it wasn't there, and if it was, it was. But every day at 9:30, dump, 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 dump. It didn't matter what day it was. I remember for weeks on weeks straight. It didn't matter what was going on in the markets for that day. Really, all we did was dump, and we took out all 3 weekly. I mean, not weekly, monthly lows on the monthly time frame. So that really explains why, um, why that all happened. And back then, I didn't understand that. Didn't understand any of this stuff, but now I am here and well enough to explain to you guys all of that stuff. And as y'all can see, um, on both ES and NQ, um, we don't really have any monthly lows that were made, probably because when Trump got elected, as y'all know, everything was booming, markets were booming, crypto was booming. That didn't really give us time to make any bearish candles on the monthly time frame. So I don't think we are going to see a huge dump like we did last year. Um, and for the exact reason that nothing crazy is happening. No crazy election is happening this the start of this year. No monthly lows are anywhere near being taken. I mean, this one all the way down here, but obviously, I'm not even looking at that. Do I think we're gonna come down here and take this out? No. Um, but you know, I do still think that we will get retracements down, and I will talk about this in a second. But do I think anything like the beginning of 2025 will happen here in 2026? No. You guys can quote me on this for whatever happens, but I do not think we're going to see a very big retracement um, down. But what I do think we will see is we can scale down to the daily. Boom. We have multiple bearish SMTs here today, fellas, and I've already marked out some stuff to go into tomorrow. As you guys can see, wait, let me just switch that. Oh no, that is higher. Okay, boom. Um, boom. You know, ES came up to take out this daily high. Boom, NQ did not. Bearish SMT. We have this daily fair value gap also. So we have a confluence SMT on top of that. ES did not come up and fill this fair value gap on the daily. NQ, as you can see, we did end up coming up. And probably sweeping out some sort of 4-hour low, 1 hour, I mean, not lows. We probably came up here, swept out some. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I'm trying to get all the information out. But we probably came up here, swept out some 4-hour highs or 1 hour highs. Came all the way back down, creating a not only a confluence SMT, but a bearish SMT on the 4-hour. We can see here. Boom, SMT, NQ came up, swept out this 4-hour high, like I said. And what did ES do? ES did not. So that means now we have, I mean, right here we have two relatively equal 4-hour highs, but obviously I'm not looking to take those out anytime soon, really. We have a super high time frame bearish SMT, another high time frame bearish SMT, daily fair value gap that was filled on one index, not the other, confluence SMT. So everything is pushing bearish. So obviously, you know, I am bearish starting off this month. That is my monthly, weekly analysis on the markets. But do I think anything like 2025 will happen? No. Like I just said, I don't think that's gonna happen. Anything even close to that. I think that was a very special year for anyone who started trading around that time, and I credit a lot of my growth to starting in such a hard time because, I mean, you realize some of these harder days that we are experiencing. I mean, it's really not that hard compared to some of the days 2025 had me facing as a beginner. I mean, it really prepared me for other days in the markets where, you know, I was a little lost. So I really appreciate myself starting at that time. And if anyone else did, you know, leave a comment down below. That's pretty cool. They also did that. But enough yapping. Also coming into the start of this week, we have a new week opening gap on NQ that has not been filled yet. And as you can see on ES, what did we do? We filmed it. We filled it. Practically, you know, there's no reason for us to come down here on ES. But on NQ, we have Asian session lows, ES Asian session lows. But what do we also have on NQ? The new week opening gap that hasn't been filled. So we have yet another. Well, this would be a bullish confluence SMT because as you can see here, the new week opening gap on ES was filled, and on NQ it wasn't. So as of right now, depending on you know, obviously there's so much that could happen overnight, but I'm favoring NQ tomorrow. If we don't come down and take out these lows before, you know, macro and all that, or 9:30, I'm probably going to just place lows. I mean, shorts, sells, whatever you want to call it, on NQ and let that ride because, I mean, having all of these good confluences on the super high time frame, bearish SMTs, confluence SMT on the daily, and then we have a new week opening gap that hasn't been filled, and Asia session lows on NQ. I am extremely bearish for tomorrow, and for that's basically my tomorrow / weekly analysis. Obviously, with all these confluences on the higher time frame, I do think that this will not be available tomorrow in the morning. Just because I think we're gonna come down and take this out maybe before Asian session ends or during London session. And if we don't, good. If we do, you know, we will react to whatever the markets give us tomorrow. And if there's nothing to take, then there's nothing to take. Then I won't trade. But yeah, fellas. With all that being said, that is my tomorrow / weekly analysis for this week. I'm bearish, obviously, like I've been saying. I mean, I lied. This isn't really a weekly analysis. I'll get into that in a second, but this is just what I'm thinking about tomorrow. Obviously, you know, nothing's set up. London session hasn't even been touched yet, or pre-market or anything like that. But all of these bearish high time frame confluences are playing into my daily bias for tomorrow and my weekly bias. So, as y'all already know, as I showed, boom, boom, boom. Where are we? Weekly, daily. Boom. Okay, fellas. So, which one was it on? Sorry for the mumbling. The next nearest low that I think we will take out, or at least get close to by this week, is going to be, obviously the next closest weekly low, which is right here at 24, call it 24.9. 24,900 on NASDAQ, and that would be 6 7 6 7 6 7. Oh my god, sorry for that cringy ass remark. But yeah, for ES it would be 6,770. But and since this is a high time frame, super high time frame SMT, I'd be okay with taking shorts on both of these once we get close enough to it, because as I've explained in many videos in the past and my SMT video, when we have a super high time frame SMT, I am very willing to take shorts or buys, whichever way the draw is towards, to that draw, because 9 times out of 10, I don't think I've ever seen it fail while I trade. But when we have a high time frame SMT, when we move towards a draw with the high time frame SMT, both draws get taken out on both indexes, meaning that this low should get taken out by both ES and NQ. So there shouldn't really be a problem with taking out this low. Maybe on the lower time frame there might be some hesitation, just because maybe 15-minute SMT, 5-minute, 1 minute, whatever's going on. But in the end, this low will get taken out by both of them because of the high time frame SMT. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying about all of this stuff. But overall, I think we trend bearish this week, and until we take out this low, and then obviously once we take out this low, there's nothing but climbing, because at the end, or should I say the beginning of the year, as y'all saw in 2025, we get a big retrace. Boom. What do we see after? Boom. Up. I think we get a small little retrace. We climb back up to these all-time highs, and smooth sailing from there, fellas. I don't really have any bias after that, because that's in a long time. Not a long time, but a longer time than I'm trying to portray to you guys. But yeah, definitely get closer to around this weekly low by the end of this week, if not take it out, hopefully. But like I said, tomorrow I am probably going to be bearish because of all these high time frame confluences that are pushing bearish. Hopefully we can keep these lows, and hopefully we can sweep out some highs tomorrow and get ourselves some good confluences pushing bearish. Oh crap, wait, I just realized my camera's on this side. Boom. But yeah, hopefully we can get some confluences pushing bearish and sweep out some highs tomorrow, so we can rotate back down and take out these draws, and hopefully they're still there. I don't think they will be, but obviously we will see tomorrow. And based off the calendar, I'm pretty sure there was 10 a.m. Gosh, we are far. Yeah, 10 a.m. ISM manufacturing PMI. So we have red folder news at 10 a.m. I'll see if I can find an entry before then, but obviously stop loss at break even by 10. Just because I don't want any, huge data candle stopping me out or making me lose a bunch of money. Because as y'all know, I'm at up $2,000 on this funded, so we could pass it tomorrow, and maybe get our first payout of this in my ever, and start this year off with a fucking banger, freaking banger, not effing, but yeah, that's what we have for tomorrow, and that is what I'm thinking we do, fellas. I'm bearish tomorrow until proven otherwise. Obviously, if we make relatively equal highs with session highs and all that stuff, I am gonna be bullish until we take out those highs, and then I'm going to be bearish because that's how liquidity sweeps work. Trade away from liquidity sweeps, and I trade towards liquidity draws, as I've said 100 times. But hopefully we can catch a banger tomorrow, fellas, and hopefully y'all can too. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. Love y'all. Like, subscribe. Hopefully y'all got some good knowledge out of this video and some good... I don't even know if you guys are going to be up to watch this right now, but that's what I'm thinking tomorrow. Peace out, fellas. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, comment.